Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is the deck, January 19th, 2023, and it's currently 4:31 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Welcome, beloved. Welcome. Before we move in, I would like to clarify what's going on. Certain people were asking, where is Big Levi, why he's not making his Source Trouble video anymore. We were under orders based on our studies to stand down and study more, and once we've done studying and we can go ahead and make those video. That was the number one issue we had, so we had to stand down before we could go ahead and start studying. The second one was our Mac is good for video editing and other heavy stuff, but when it comes to minor things like that, nothing is compatible with it. It's a great computer, but it can't do this job that I'm doing. Bandicam, like this software right here I'm using, it's not compatible with Mac. So, and it's extremely easy for a PC to use. For instance, the last video that we made, the last Source Trouble was 2.4 gig, and we did this in November the 4th of 2022. Okay, since November we haven't done anything, and it's only 2 gig, and the Mac it's over 100 gig, so it's too much. The quality is way too high, and it's a lot. So we have the nation that are helping us getting another new PC so we can get this thing going. But we on this one, and we said thank you for all of you that has been patient. Is that thing recording? Because it seems like last time I record something, okay, I was making a video, I recorded on the January the 2nd, it recorded 10 minutes and then it cut. So that's when the mighty one, you know, made it known that he doesn't want me to go into this yet. But we will go, and we have quite a few tabs open here. It's quite a lot. It's gonna take at least an hour or two, the usual time. However, forgive us in advance if you hear any hiss, any humming and things, and the noise and certain stuff. I have a mild cold, and you will hear me clearing my throat and things like that. So just to let you know, the discomfort is coming. And thank you for all of you brothers and sisters that reach out to help us get this new quote-unquote PC so we can get this work going and show the trouble of the Gentiles. Now, with that being said, brethren, let us keep on moving with the first video. Okay, it's gonna take a while because it's slow. There we go.
Alec Baldwin charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter in the fatal on-set shooting of Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
There's only one question to ask here. Who put a live round in the gun?
The actor's attorney tells ET they'll fight these charges and will win, claiming that Baldwin had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun because he was assured by the professionals on set. One of those pros, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the film's armorer, who was also charged with 2 counts alongside Baldwin. Her attorney claims the charges follow, quote, a very flawed investigation and inaccurate understanding of the full facts. Adding that since the shooting, Hannah's been very emotional and sad about what they refer to as a tragic accident.
Do you feel guilt?
No. I feel that there is, I feel that someone is responsible for what happened, and I can't say who that is, but I know it's not me.
And in the wake of the new charges, Hutchins' family is also speaking out. The family's attorney says they support the charges and thank law enforcement for a thorough investigation.
Why would anybody believe that I worked in this business for 40 years and that day I decided to play with a gun?
Yeah, no hish. Now, this dude, again, let's double check if that thing recording, because I don't want to, all right, it is recording. Now, this fellow, Mr. Alec Baldwin, so to speak, last year, he had get himself in a little sticky trouble. Now, when they ask this fellow, do you feel guilty? The proper answer would have said, yes, I do feel guilty of this, although I I didn't do this on purpose, but yes, there's a lot of guilt and it's eating me. You know, how could I not see this? That would have been the proper answer, but no, this isn't my fault. It's another person. I've been working in this business for 40 years, 40-day fast, 40 day and 40 night in the ark with Noah, 40 days fasting in the desert with our big brother. Yeah, the holy slide whistle is back, baby. It's been a while. We had a few stuff we had to do, and we're done now. Okay, this is the mighty one speaking with us through them or through the media. Okay, this dude name is Alec, which is another. Well, we already went to this like a year ago when this thing happened, but then again, we're just going to refresh your memory. This fellow name is Alec. It's another derivative word for Alex, which is another word from Alexander, which is for Alexis, Alexa, and which is the proper word, the divine name, Michael, the one who is like God. Of course, he is not the one who is like God. Please stop sending me your silly little email. Try to explain me something that, oh, Big Levi, you did say this, the Gentiles are not God and stuff like that. That's not what that is. What it is like, this is Michael and the means 40 years, 40-day fast. Yes, we see now things like that used to happen, brethren, and then they quickly sue the guy. He pay a little money and he get away with it. Now they're gonna have to fight these things, okay, because the blessing is over. Okay, now you're seeing the swords is being turning against each other. All right, it's them, 83 versus 83. A lot of people are dying, a lot of people are missing, and I'm not gonna sit there, brethren, and say, oh, well, this is because he was under the job and, you know, Jabba the Hutt, you know, Jabba Jar and all this nonsense and stuff like that. That's not what that is, okay? Let us keep on moving and see that the hand of the mighty one is upon them. There is a holy visitation upon this earth. All right, let's keep on moving.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Meanwhile, Baldwin's filed his own civil suit against Gutierrez Reed and other crew members, citing negligence. This all follows Baldwin settling the wrongful death lawsuit against him in October, filed by...
This thing happened in the church, all right? Just to show you how the blessing of the Gentile is no more. The well has dried up. That's what that is.
The Hutchins family. As part of the settlement, it was alleged that Rust would resume filming in a new location.
Okay, there's the number 7 over there. You know, perfection, great glory. Keep on moving.
Hutchins' widow, Matthew, serving as executive producer.
Can hear the family out there. Is that what that is done? All right, then. Let's keep on moving, brethren. Let's keep on moving. Again, this thing is quite slow. All right.
Sandy and Pedro, a massive manhunt continues tonight for those responsible for massacring 6 family members. Tulare County Sheriff's officials say they're looking for at least 2 suspects, possibly 3, who carried out these cartel-style executions.
What we have since learned through forensics, that it was clear that the shooters stood over the top of the 16-year-old mother and fired rounds into her head.
The Tulare County Sheriff says shooters stood over a young mother as she clutched her 10-month-old baby boy and pumped bullets into both their heads.
We believe that the 16-year-old teenage mother and her small infant actually was fleeing and running from the scene.
They were trying to escape the Monday morning massacre at their Goshen home near Fresno. 4 more family members were found gunned.
They were found in the Goshen home. Is that thing even recording? Because we have to make sure we are not making this up, beloved. This is not something I'm making up. This is Goshen over there in California. Now, many people may not know what Goshen is, and we would highly recommend that you read the book of Jasher, which give a broader understanding of the Goshen, okay, the city of Goshen. Now, Goshen is another word for, in short, is a safe city. It's a safe city for the Hebrews. Okay, it's a safe city for the 12 tribes. Okay, it's a safe place. That's what it means, a safe haven, so to speak. Now, as you can see, this is not Goshen for those folks over there. All right. This is like whatever that is safety for us is danger for them. Whatever is protection for us is destruction for them. When we see number 9, it's protection for us. And number 9 is the Holy Spirit, destruction for them. Now, this is Goshen, a city where the Israelites went and hid from the wrath when the 10 plagues were happening. Okay, when the 10 plagues of Egypt, the book of Jasher, and I would recommend the pillar of fire went into depth of what happened. Certain things, people didn't know, they didn't explain. Okay, it happened over there in Goshen. Goshen was protected by Michael. As you remember when we studied the book, The Pillar of Fire, Michael stood over Goshen. He protected, and at the same time, he was destroying and killing everybody in Egypt. This thing happened in Goshen. This is biblical.
Down inside the house, including a 72-year-old grandmother who had been sleeping in her bed.
These people.
Now, this woman is 72 years old. Then again, beloved, we are not making this up. This is not something that we try to make for views and things like that, because this is serious. Okay, this is serious. Okay, all right. 172, almost 118 years old. I'm getting to that video of that nun, so to speak. Now, this mother is 72 years old. You know what to do. Come on, brethren. Don't tell me that you forgot because we had a few days we were in hiatus and then this thing happened. Well, you know what? Because I don't want people coming after me because I'm using this word hiatus. So let us define this, and then so we can moving to the stuff that we're doing. Define hiatus.
Here's the definition of hiatus: a pause or gap in a sequence, series, or process.
All right, so we had a pause, we had a gap. When we say hiatus, is that what that is? Hiatus or hiatus?
Hiatus.
Diabetes. So now the grandmother was 72 years old. Of course, 7 + 2 = 9, destruction. Then again, brethren, this is what we do. This is our stuff. This is not, we don't go in certain books and things like that. Those are things that come to the family because we are information sharer. Okay, destruction, that's other signs. Keep on moving.
Grandmother who had been sleeping in her bed.
These people were clearly shot in the head, and they were also shot in places that the shooter would know that quick death would occur.
A survivor hiding on the property and fearing they were going to be the next victim called 911.
She believes somebody may be inside the house. She's in the trailer. She believes the subjects are inside the house. There's 5 adults and 1 baby. She can still hear these shots.
Sheriff's officials say the bloodshed was the result of a very specific and targeted attack against.
Now, brethren, when we look at this, man, this is a 6-month-old baby, man. This is a 6-month-old baby. Okay, they shot and killed everybody in the house. Okay, one survivor, somebody was hiding, survived, but this is bad right here.
Against the Peraz family. They say they're familiar with the home and gang activity occurring there. Just last week, deputies executed a narcotic search warrant at the address and found guns and drugs. Before that, there were reports of a drive-by shooting.
But let me make this very clear. Not all these people in this home were gang members, and not all of these people in this home were drug dealers.
A family friend says she can't believe what's happened.
Who goes into a house and massacres a bunch of people? Who does that?
Authorities have their suspicions and are looking at the possibility of gangs or cartels or both.
I'm not identifying or pointing a finger at any one cartel. I'm not. I'm saying that what took place is very much like what we've seen in the past when it comes to an execution by cartel.
Authorities say there are 3 surviving family members who are relaying key details to detectives. For now, reporting here in the newsroom, Mary Beth McDade. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right. So now, brethren, okay, in Goshen, okay, 6 people or no more, a whole family, man, somebody come in and do this. That means the sword is in the midst, okay? All right. Of course, this is plague Oh, do I have it right? Okay. Also, of course, this is plague number 5. Okay, destruction by the sword. Okay, and number 9 also, I believe, execution by the sword. This is more appropriated. Execution by the sword. Okay, that's what that is. Is that thing even recording? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, this is plague number 9, execution by the sword of the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Let us keep on moving to the next video. Oh, all right then. All right, that was some stuff I was researching. There you go.
LA County Fire Operator 55, what's the address of the emergency?
We don't know what this is. How
about?
It's...
Yes, but the closest street on the corner is...
I don't know. It's... What is it here? I really don't know. It's in that...
Okay, ma'am, I'm sure this is in... Is that correct?
No, it's...
Ma'am, is there someone else there with you right now?
Yes, he's trying to...
Okay, can you hand him the phone? Because I can hear him a little bit better than I can hear you.
Hi, hello. Hi.
Okay, sir, listen, paramedics are already on the way. Code that they need to get in there?
No, there's a security gate on the neighborhood, but they'll just let them through.
Okay, Ken. Okay, just want to make sure I have the right location.
How far are they?
I have no idea where they're at right now. So over...
I think they're here.
Okay, are they there with you?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, bye.
All right, that's what's supposed to be the Lisa Mary Presley's death 911 calls. Okay, so there's nothing in there. There's nothing. They just she there was an emergency. We need to now listen. A bunch of those people, as you may see, celebrities, people that are well known, they are dropping dead left and right. They really don't know what's going on because it's a plague. Of course, it's plague number I think number 8. Okay, pestilence will change the destruction. Okay, and number 3, destruction by pestilence among the cattle. Okay, now there's a pestilence. Okay, upon those people. Okay, is a pestilence. Okay, a plague. The plague of death is upon those people. All right, there's nothing they can do. They cannot explain it. They don't know what's going on. This thing is real and it's killing a lot of them. All right, let's go a little bit more in depth with this thing.
Houston police making another plea for any information in the deadly shooting of a transgender woman.
Now, this happened in April 2021 outside the Chick-fil-A on Westheimer near Fondren. 22-year-old Iris Santos was sitting at a picnic table when a man approached and shot her multiple times. Today, police released a map showing the path the suspect took leading up to and after the shooting.
So we see him traveling up Westheimer over to Fondren and then back over to Lazy Hollow in about a mile distance, and then re-entering back into the apartment complex of the village of Piney Points. Our plea is directed a lot towards that community and those apartment complexes because we believe that that's a known individual who either resides or resided at that location.
Crime Stoppers will pay up to $5,000 for information leading to an arrest.
Okay. Now, let me get rid of this thing. Now, beloved, you see those type of things happen all the time, okay? And a guy will meet, let's give this a benefit of the doubt right here.
Iris Santos was...
All right, they will meet somebody like that online, okay? They'll think like this is actually a real, genuine woman, okay? They will meet this person. We see that happen all the time, okay? And then they will have an encounter with that person and come to find out that this is not what that is. You know, that's like the biggest, this is not what that is, man. You know, you're looking for the portal and you find a massive sausage in there. Not only there is a massive sausage hanging, it's way bigger than yours. That's like, yo, man, like, what's going on here? Well, I wanted to tell you this, but, I didn't want you to get mad. You damn right I was going to be mad. Things like that happen all the time. That is why we told our brothers out there, listen, if you are one of those guys that like you can't you are the dudes that whatever it look like a cookie, I will eat it. If it I whatever is it cookie on the ground in the dumpster, you know, and the sewer, I don't give a crap. Is at the bottom of the test is a septic tank. A lot of brethren are like that, but we told you this time right now, this time we are living right now, this is not the time for this nonsense. Okay, and then if you are involving yourself with this thing, you're going to be destroyed too, because this is not our stuff, brethren. This is not our culture. This is something that was forced upon us and intimidated. We were intimidated into doing things like that. Okay, all right. Let us keep on moving, brethren. Okay, no, you know, if you're a man, stay away from the butcher shop. Okay. You don't want to go to a butcher shop and then you see salamis, you know, sausages, and a certain giant hot dog hanging from the ceiling. You want to go to a bakery, a natural bakery where they have, you know, bread, cookies, muffin, pie, and all that stuff. You know, you don't want to go to it look like a bakery when you get in there, you see giant, massive amount of sausages hanging from the ceiling. But let's move into the next video.
But we start tonight with breaking news. A woman's body has been found in a wooded area in Sunnyside.
Yeah, the body was found near where Houston police had been looking for a missing woman. Maria Aguilera joining us live along Wilmington Street near Cullen Boulevard with more tonight. Maria, any word that there is a connection to the woman's disappearance here?
Len, Mia, well, Houston police gave us an update not too long ago, but limited details have been given on their discovery today. What we do know is that a body was found near this wooded area, but the remains have yet to be identified. We know that the remains were found around 2 p.m. today by city workers who were doing a renovation here along Wilmington in southeast Houston. Police tell us city employees came across a body while working, and now this is all near the same area in Sunnyside where the search for a missing woman named Leslie Obi has been underway. She has been missing for a week, and while police have not identified the remains, they do tell us it could possibly be tied to Obi's disappearance.
Now, beloved, I'm assuming that most of you are aware of this phenomenon. A bunch of people are going missing, a bunch of people being found dead. They don't know what's going on with them. Some of them just get out of the house and they never come back. And after that, weeks later, they find him dead. But this woman were missing for like we don't know who that is yet, but this person being missing. Okay, listen not to the so-called 83 that say, well, this is mental illness. There's a serial killer going on. A serial killer that has been doing this thing since 2019. Remember when we start this thing? Well, we start making video in 2020, I believe August 2020, but ever since we start making Esau's Trouble video, brethren, this thing been happening. You mean to tell me there is one serial killer going around the world, not in this country though, around the world, eliminating people like that? Is that what that is? Is that what you people want to say? Nah, man, that's not what that is. Okay, let's keep on moving.
Just yesterday, investigators were seen at a Sunnyside apartment complex in one of the units, but it is unclear what they found. They did say it was connected to Leslie Obi's disappearance. Now, this is all still under investigation. Again, police have not identified the remains. Now they wait on the medical examiner's report, and we'll have the latest for you on KHOU.com. Len, Mia.
All right, Maria, reporting live out there. Thank you. And of course, we'll post.
Okay, there was a cockadoodle ding, and I thought that was like a rooster outside or in my room, so I was looking around. But nonetheless, brethren, this thing is all over. This is in Houston. Well, this is in Texas. I'm assuming. Okay, this is in Texas, so this thing is all over, man. And there is nothing those people can do that can stop this. Okay, how long we are into this thing? Ooh, all right then, brethren. Why is this keep happening? Why is it like every time you turn on the news, people are dying left to right? Why is it every time that when you even check the prayer, we always talking about, and we're talking about death? Why? Because the black judge is in the midst. Michael is in the midst, protecting our people, protecting the nation, protecting us. Not all of them, of course. You know, the 2/3 is pretty much done, but Michael is in the midst. We are being protected, and the Black George, aka Cain's little brother, is riding it, and he is bringing great judgment. Okay, Capricorn is the house you don't play with. Shabbatai, aka Saturn, is the planet you do not play with, because they are the judge and they are bringing this great judgment in the midst. One of the reasons, well, that's one of the reasons that happened. The other, well, the primary reason, it happened because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them. For they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay? We serve all 400 years, 1619, 2019, 1618, 2018, 1617, 2017, whatever you want to put it. We had served our punishment, and we see that now Genesis 15, verse 14 is being fulfilled. And also, that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. When the mighty one say, when the mighty one said, this nation will I judge, who is he sending to judge this nation? As we speak right now, you know, clear out the way. And then in the moment that we're speaking right now, who is the ruler of the quote-unquote planet Shabbatai? Any Shabbatite in the midst? Do we have any Shabbatite in the midst watching? There's nothing even recording, because we have to make sure. Now, we have to make sure this thing is recording, because if we don't do this, I'm not gonna do this again, man. Last time I've been speaking for like 2 hours. Come to find out, that thing stopped recording at 10 minutes. So I spent like an hour and 50 minutes blabbling, and that thing ain't even recording at all. But anyway, you see, Cain's little brother is in the midst. We don't say the name out loud because the name is powerful. You do not, as people, as students, you do not want to invoke this spirit anytime like this, for any reason, for no reason. He is the judge, all right? Capricorn coming, the Black Rider. Remember in the book of Revelation where it says the Black Rider is coming upon the black horse, holding on the scale. Okay, that was when Saturn entered Libra. Okay, and then it is said the judgment is like sealed. Everything, beloved brothers and sisters, the movement of the heavens indicates what's going to happen here on the earth. So now, Genesis 15:14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And who's going to judge? The mighty one is sending the Black George. He's in the midst and judging this thing. All right, now let us keep on moving. How the mighty one going to judge the nation that did this to us? Okay, he said he's going to send 10 plagues upon them. Right now, execution by the sword is heavy in the midst, and number 8 and number 9 are in the midst. And if you look at it, brethren, all 10 plagues are there. Okay, all of those things bring much sorrow. Okay, a lot of those things, but right now it is mainly pestilence and execution. Okay, a lot of people are dying by the plague. Over there, China is pretty much done. I'm not gonna even go into this, but over here, people are dropping left and right. People are like, well, it's because they were a friend with Jabba the Hutt and Jabba Jah, the party and stuff. No, that's not what that is, man. That thing is beyond that. Yes, I have no doubt that Jabba Jah and Jabba the Hutt, taking people out. But the main thing is our prayer. It is because we've been praying. It is because we've been fasting. Our 40-day fast is no joke, man. The Queen is no more. The Pope is no more. We got one more head of the Higos to go, and then we're good to go. Selah, so be it. Let's keep on moving.
Police have identified a man they say was killed by a group of teenage girls on the street in Toronto in December. Authorities say 59-year-old Ken Lee was assaulted and stabbed in what is being called a swarming incident. He was rushed to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Police say Lee had recently entered the shelter system after falling on hard times, but had a supportive family who cared for him. Cops arrested 8 teenage girls nearby the incident,
Now let me tell you something here. Let me play this again and then see how those people are very slick when it comes to people. Well, when it comes to 83, listen to that. All right.
After falling on hard times, but had a supportive family where he succumbed to his injuries. Police say Lee had recently entered the shelter system after falling on hard times, but had a supportive family who cared for him.
Okay. He recently, that's what police said, he recently had fallen into the shelter system. Now, this is another fancy word of saying homeless. This is another fancy word of saying, why don't you pull yourself by the bootstrap? This is another fancy word of saying, oh, this guy, he was a failure. He fell in life. Remember, when it's our people, they call them homeless, vagrant, and he had a criminal history, and then he could not find a job, therefore he become homeless. But the family told us, they wouldn't say nothing about our family supporting us and stuff like that. But since this fellow is quote unquote 83, will assume he's a Moabite or Ammonite, I don't know. They always portray the illusion that the so-called Ammonite or Moabites or tight-knit community, they're people, you won't see them in the street, they are not homeless. If they 15 of them living in one room and stuff, no, the blessing is done. A lot of them are homeless out there and they are going through hell. And no one, brethren, want to talk about this. They're calling this dude a fancy word. He recently entered the shelter system. He was in the street. He had a bad luck. Listen, brethren, how they are sugarcoating this thing.
Police say Lee had recently entered the shelter system after falling on hard times, but had a supportive family who cared for him.
Okay, falling on hard time. All right, he had some hard time. What they are doing here, brethren, they're trying to make the so-called 83 trouble or struggle or Mein Kampf look well. Well, they're trying to make everything look like Mein Kampf or Mein Struggle or My Struggle. They're trying to make things look like our struggle. They try to make it, this guy had everything. This dude and people that look like him are barred from the economic door. They are barred from financial stuff. Everything is stacked against them. They are redlining. They can't get a job like this. Everybody hate them because of the whole thing that happened within China in 2019. That the whole world caught up, and then they had to shut down the whole world. But anyway, this guy, he's going through so much hard time, and then this happened, okay? He was in a homeless shelter, but they don't call it that, though. They are sugarcoating this thing and make it seems like he's not a lazy like those people. This man just hit a hard time. That's what it was, okay?
Cops arrested 8 teenage girls nearby the incident, ranging in age from 13 to 16. Investigators say they believe the girls met on social media as they came from all different parts of the city, but they are not considered to be a gang. Their identities are not being released due to their ages, but police say they have all been charged with second-degree murder.
Okay, so the girls, there were 8 of them, of course. You know what number 8 is, well, you do your thing. They were aged from 13 to 16, so to speak. Of course, 13, 1 plus 4, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 quarter of the earth, 4 element, 4 angel, 13th, the 13th child of Jacob, aka Dinah. And there's no surprise that they were all girls. And then 16, 1 plus 6, 7, 7, perfection and all that. They are not gang, because if there were people that look like us, they would have say, we believe they are gang members or they are trying to start a gang. The act that they had committed was an initiation of the gang style or the way that they did it. They would have lied and say, but since these other people, they don't say, oh, well, we don't believe they are gangs. They met through social media, and then they just find this poor fellow, they beat him to death, they stab him to death, they kill him. 8 girls did this, all right? And then they, we cannot release the identity of them because they don't look like us. They look like you. And whenever something make you look bad, you hide it. Okay, let's keep on moving, all right? People are being no more, man. All right, this is California crews search for missing actor near Mount Baldy, okay? 65-year-old, I forgot the name of this fellow. Okay, that's the Julian Sands. Is that what that is? Okay, they are just going missing, brethren. Okay, they're just missing. That's what happened. But there's I think at the end right here, there's some few words that being said. Let's listen to this.
We strongly urge the community to just stay out of that area, because even the most skilled hiker, like Mr. Sands.
Gloria, glory to the Holy One. Of course, when we enlarge this, we're going to study Gloria right there. She has a nice 4/4 of the earth right there, a holy course. This is our symbol. That's not yours, which tell you those folks are Christian. And let's not forget the holy evergreen tree that's belonged to us. No side tree, but you people had perverted it. And this was supposed to be the Virgin Mary, Virgo herself. But yeah, that's what you people do, right? You swagger jack all our stuff and then make it seems that the glory belong to you, but that's not what that is. The glory will hurt you, okay? The glory of the mighty one will do this too. This is the Most High glory. Glory, Gloria, it's the name for the Holy One. He is in the midst, of course.
Will find themselves in trouble just because it's just too icy, and the weather plays a big factor on whether or not we can deploy resources to that.
This is my issue here, man. There's avalanche, there's bad weather, and this dude decided to go hiking. Do you really believe anyone that are in their right mind will leave the safety of their home and then go out there and then go hiking? Most likely this dude probably, I'm assuming that, he went out there, go around and go checking if there's any bakery open out there in the cold. I'm cold, man. Probably there might be an oven out there that is preheated to 400 degrees. I can warm up myself, get myself some of that cookie and some of that hot chocolate and milk. But when that guy get out there, the avalanche took him. When he got there, the Messiah say, Zzz. We don't say that word anymore because it's a word of power. I was not aware of that. But anyway, brethren, who in the right mind would do this? I mean, that's what I would assume. However, remember, a lot of people are going missing. They just, in the middle of the night, they get out of the house and then they never come back. This could probably be this. Okay, this was like 14 hours ago. Okay, Julian Sands. All right, so that's what happened. Let's keep on moving. How long we are into this thing? Is it record? All right, let's go. Let's keep moving.
That area.
That's it. All right, moving to the next one.
Sandy and Pedro, a massive manhunt continues tonight for those responsible for massacring 6 family members. Tulare County Sheriff's officials say they're looking for at least...
A man is now charged with killing his co-worker at a business in Hollywood.
And he appeared in court today. Local 10 News reporter Roy Ramos live in Hollywood with new reaction from the victim's wife. Roy?
Gio and Janice, I just spoke with that victim's wife, and she is really just in disbelief with all of this. She described her husband as a gentle soul. She says he was the father of 3 and the oldest of 6 siblings. She says he did not deserve this.
You're charged with murder, dangerous deprivation without premeditation.
31-year-old Brian Manasseh faced a Broward County judge Thursday, charged with second-degree murder after Hollywood police said he struck and killed his co-worker with a sledgehammer Wednesday morning.
You find probable cause?
In court, the judge ruling to hold the defendant with no bond. Investigators said it was inside the marine tech company Wärtsilä where Manasseh got into an argument with an employee that quickly turned violent.
So again, well, let me see something here. Judge Chris Brown, is that what that is? Good grief! Is that what happened to Chris Brown? When did he get like this? Well, let me see. Well, let me enlarge this because sometimes my eyes is failing me because I'm advancing rapidly into age. Yes, that's what it is. I got my monocle is. It says Judge Chris Brown. Good grief. Is that what happened to Chris Brown?
In court, the judge ruling to hold the defendant.
Oh, good Lord. Let me see. Let me make sure I have the right person here. Chris Brown. Well, apparently I do not have the right person here. What? Breezy? Anyway, so that's Judge Chris Brown, of course, the black judge wearing the black. Now, you know why judges wear the color black. Okay, you know why they do that. They wear that black robe because that's what Cain little brother wear. All black, baby. And then all his metal is lead, the heaviest one.
Defended with no bond. Investigators said it was inside the marine tech company Wärtsilä where...
Now, one thing I want to point it out, okay, with the word Wärtsilä, which is German, it's a military place. Okay, if we look at the first two words, of course, 2900, number 11, we have that down. War, it's just everything. Wärtsilä, it's a German word. Is that what that is? Yeah, it's a German word. But the first three words here, war, I think sound like Godzilla or whatever it is. The war, that's like all those things are warning, Bridget, okay? Right? It's an unfortunate things that happen, but hey, it happened.
Company Wärtsilä, where Menocal got into an argument with an employee that quickly turned violent. In the arrest report we obtained, it states one of the workers witnessed Menocal grab the sledgehammer and repeatedly hit the victim with it. Police said another employee witnessed the suspect walked into an office with a sledgehammer and then leave the building. When police arrived, the victim was found dead inside a fuel room with serious injuries to his head, lying in a pool of blood.
It's heartbreaking for someone to do that, because knowing him, he walked away.
Okay, you can, knowing the guy, he walked away. Her name is O'Brien Williams. Of course, we know Williams, is another word, code name for the defender, Michael, and all that. And before she appeared, I could see the symbol right here, which is Shemesh, and with the palm of the hand, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finger, the 5-pointed pentagram, pentaculum, Michael, which is a symbol. Let me enlarge this so the people can see this. I believe this is from a religion. I forgot one of those group that this, you can see the face, so from Black Power. But anyway, you have to know and study the signs, okay? As we know, the sun, Shemesh, Michael, the pentacle, the 5-pointed star, the hand has 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 5-pointed representation of Michael, the microcosm, okay? Michael, not Mako. Mako is a 6-pointed star, aka the Star of David, the Star of Solomon. This is a representation of Michael, okay? Now, the one seeing eye, this thing already have so many bad stuff out there. That's not what that is. We're not gonna go into the details, but we know Michael is in the midst, and her name is Obrina Williams, okay? It's all over the place, all right?
It's heartbreaking for someone to do that, because knowing him, he walked away. He walked away. So for you to do that is crazy.
Obrina Williams tells me the man killed was her husband, 40-year-old Ferdinand Williams, who went by the name Andy.
This fellow is 40 years old. Seems like a nice young man.
She tells me the two had...
All right, he doesn't nothing look out of ordinary, okay? But we know Michael was all over the thing, and the black judge judged them, and hey, this is what the result is. There's nothing we can do, okay? Sometimes for you to die a gruesome death like this, man, somebody take a sledgehammer and bash your head and kill you like this, something must have, this is really bad right here, man. Okay, that is why we told people, when you protect yourself, this is a demonic attack, man. Only a demon can do something like that, man. Only a demon will have the heart to do something like that. That's why we told our people, wear your little pentagram, wear your little Michael, the microcosm, the pentacle of the pentacle of Michael. Wear it. We only have like one left. We have one pentacle left, and we have 3 rings left. Okay, protect yourself from those demons, man. This guy was getting into a mild argument, and then he killed the fellow, man. He bashed his head with a sledgehammer, man. and then he just calmly walk out of work, and then he could have literally go to Mexico or somewhere. They fled, but they found him, man. Protect yourself out there against those people, man.
Had been together 16 years. He was the father of 3, the oldest of 6.
Okay, 16 years. You know what to do. Wait a minute. What am I looking here? Oh, okay, that's a bag. Okay, this young lady had a white bag in her hand and kind of looked like this fellow was wearing something else than pants. All right, then. Okay, beautiful family. Let's enlarge right there. Okay, those are cousins, brothers, sisters, and there's nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay, they seems to be good people to me. All right. I can't see anything out of the ordinary. I thought this fellow was wearing something else but that's me that didn't see this at the perspective. As I'm advancing in age, my eyes are starting to failing me. So, but anyway, they look like good folks. I would not be surprised they were Christian, okay, or they are still Christians, okay. They're still in the church and they still thinking this thing is, gravy and cool. And then things like that happen, man. Crazy stuff, man. But beautiful family, numerous family. But this fellow has been taken out. We don't know what's going on. Hey, this is the judgment. That's what that is.
And she described him as a gentle soul.
He was a great person. He was a great husband. He was so kind-hearted for this to happen. I'm still in disbelief. My kids are in disbelief. My 4-year-old son doesn't even know. He just thinks daddy's sick.
You see, this is very bad.
Just heartbreaking right there. As for Enoch, he was located and arrested outside of his apartment in Deerfield Beach. When I spoke with that mother, she did not know what would lead up to this. In fact, I'm going through the rest of her interview right now. I'll have more on that coming up on Local 10 beginning first.
Now, this is the thing, Bridget, okay? Is this normal? Is this normal for men to be at work, getting into an argument with another man, and you grab a sledgehammer, you bash this man's head, you bash and kill him to death, and you left work calmly, and then you go back home in your own apartment like nothing happened? You literally go home and just sit there like nothing happened. Everything is in the ordinary. I mean, this thing happen all the time. People get into argument and bash people's head with the sledgehammer and then go home. That means this fellow was possessed. And when those demons possess people, they will run towards you. And if you do not have certain protection, you will be the victim. Protect yourself, brethren. Protect yourself. There is a reason, beloved. I can't tell you everything, but there is a reason why I insist upon this. Certain one of you, I receive what I receive. You know what I receive. It will be quote unquote baptized once the Holy Mule come back, and then it will be sending back unto you. Protect yourself, friend. Too many demons out there doing demonic stuff. Stay away from people. The moment somebody threatens your life, that means that person is going to kill you. Okay? Most likely this fellow, they probably get in an argument before, and then he threatened him, and then they're like, yo, you ain't gonna do nothing and stuff. Well, do it. Then he did it. Crazy. Let's keep on moving.
Tonight, police expanded their search in a small Massachusetts town, looking for any sign of Brittany T. Last seen a week ago, her family more distraught every day.
She would not do this on purpose. It's just so out of the norm for her.
Okay, so those are family members that say she would not do something like that. This is so out of the norm. This is not normal, okay? This woman, she just wake up in the middle of the night and she just walk away. And that's it. And then, okay, she's missing.
And that's what scares us. I just don't know.
T's family isn't alone. She's one of at least 4 women who've disappeared in Massachusetts since just after Thanksgiving, according to police departments around the state. Reina Morales Rojas, age 41, a mother of 2, last seen getting into a vehicle November 26th in a suburb of Boston. Lori Baxter, 45, last seen December 28th. And Anna Walsh, whose husband has now been charged with her murder.
Okay, so now, beloved, as you can see, this thing is not normal, man. There is, of course, the spirit out there, and like we told our people, protect yourself, man. Stay away from people. If you're in an abusive relationship, certain things happen. You know better. You have prayers. You have pentacles. You have weapons. Use them. You have the Most High God Almighty. You have the freaking nation. Let us know. We'll pray for you. Okay, don't do this. All right, you see those women, they just go out there and do regular stuff, and they all end up missing, and they are no more. All right,
has now been charged with her murder.
I was stunned to see so many women go missing in Massachusetts alone in such a short period of time. I've been doing this work for a long time, and it is just unprecedented to see these numbers.
Wendy Murphy runs an advocacy center for women and children. As many as 250,000 women and girls are reported missing each year, according to FBI data. But most of them get very little attention, if any at all.
Let's talk about all the other women as well, because the marginalized women, the women who are of lower socioeconomic status, the women of color, they disappear at very, very high rates, higher rates than wealthy white women.
Like Morales Rojas, who's
like Morales Rojas. Okay, now all of a sudden, or suddenly, should I say, a lot of people that classify themselves as white, a lot of people that were very proud to tell you they are white, they are not this, whatever you try to put on them. All of a sudden now, suddenly they are us, and then they are marginalized, women of color. Is that what that is? When the color folks were being brutalized back in the 40s, 50s and stuff, where were those people, man? During the civil rights, where were those people, man? During the revolution, our people fought, where were those people? All of a sudden now they are like cobbling and then just put everything together, like, okay, women of the marginalized color and stuff like that. Well, I don't see one of the women that look like one of our women in there, or typical Hebrew women. We don't see this. All of a sudden, suddenly, this thing like, oh, well, the people of this marginalized, this, that. Yeah, okay, whatever, man. Whatever you say, son.
2 children are in El Salvador, according to NBC Boston. The station spoke with her sister, who said she communicated with them every day until the day she went missing. Morales Rojas' friend speaking to Telemundo New England and questioning
that's the last time they saw her, and she just got out of the home, walk out, get into a car, could be a Uber, could be a friend, could be anyone, taxi, and that's the last time they saw her. Beloved, especially you women out there, Jews and Gentiles alike, be careful and protect yourself, man. Do the best that you can do and protect yourself. That's what that is, man. All right?
The Boston Police Department's investigation efforts.
Yo me siento realmente molesto. ¿Qué es lo que están haciendo por Reina? Me gustaría que ellos me digan qué están haciendo por Reina.
We reached out to Boston police, who say it's an active investigation, and they are in contact with the family, but declined to comment further. In the case of Brittany T., family reported her missing 2 days after last seeing her. She did not take her car. Her cell phone now no longer working.
Okay, that person didn't take her car, and the cell phone is not working. They're just in the middle of the night, for no reason, they got out, and then they walked somewhere, and then they find him dead.
Looking at this as a crime scene right now, no. We're looking as a missing person, but obviously we're open to wherever the facts take us.
Police also announcing a new tip line for the public to call into with any information. While every case of a missing woman is unique, the anxiety and heartbreak families feel is all too common. So, Tom, just to reiterate, officials have not discussed these cases as crimes, with the exception of the case of Anna Walsh. The expert we spoke to, however, did want to highlight how often it is that domestic violence plays a role in some missing women cases and how big a problem that is nationwide.
All right. Well, anyway.
Thanks for watching.
6, we begin with this. A homeless woman is found dead in front of a popular Sherman Oaks business. She's not the first, but the third. And tonight, business owners are asking the city for help with the homeless crisis sitting right there in their front yard.
Now, beloved, this is not the first time this happened. That's the third person that they found dead over there. And as we said before, as we've been saying today, we've been telling those people, all those death brethren, we saw them in our dreams. We saw them in our visions. We saw them live. We saw them. We travel back in the future. We come back. We told those people, although it's only going to get worse, all those deaths going to happen. And guess what? 83 don't give a crap. They don't care. Well, of course they shouldn't, because they know for a fact they are condemned. They are done. For those of you, you may want to go to the channel, go to the playlist called Dreams and Visions. I stopped recording Dreams and Visions on the Mosai, comment. He had me doing a bunch of other stuff. But we will begin again very soon, doing the same thing. Once we get the new PC here, we will go ahead and get more stuff going on, and then get things back the way that they were previously, because that's what we do. We stop, we do homework, we study, and after that we chill with those things. All right, now with this thing, brothers, that's like 3 people they are finding. They never said what killed them. They just die. Okay, this is in California. I would say, okay, well, that was the cold. No, it wasn't cold. She just died. That's all.
Gina Silva is live tonight with details for a story that you'll only see here on Fox 11. Gina.
Well, Alex, Marla, these business owners have been asking for help for a very long time. We have done numerous stories on the growing homelessness crisis in this community and how it's affecting business. Now they're dealing with something even more disturbing.
Where is our tax dollars going? Young lady that we know that's been in the parking lot forever.
Okay, her name is Angela. Of course, we know the angels are in the midst. Her name is Angela. Now, this woman here, let me see if I can get a clear view of her right here. All right.
Where is our tax dollar?
Oh, there you go. Where is our tax dollar? Remember, brethren, those are the same people back in the 80s during the crack era. Those were the same folks that were saying, hey, I will not have my tax money, my tax dollar, our tax dollar going to help these people. They need to pull themselves by the bootstraps. Our tax dollars are good for the roads, building more prison. We need to get tough on homeless because they are doing so much crimes out there. We need to get tough on drugs because the drugs make them like that. We need to get tough on drugs. The drugs kill them. She OD. We need to get tough on drugs. The public number one of America is drug addiction. It was code word for all of you 83 men, like the number one the enemy of America is black folks, the Hebrews, the Israelites, the children of light. You guys did this. Of course, if we look at this woman right there, her name is Angela, which tells us the angels are in the midst, and then she has a cross upon her neck, which indicates she most likely to be Catholic, okay, because it looks like one of those rosary or rosemary, whatever that she's wearing. Those things are not theirs; they are ours. I did a research on rosary. That's not what that thing is for. This is something you use for meditation. She had a clock around her neck. Okay, the people that will study with us privately, you will know the significance of this thing right here. Would show you those people are Christian. All of a sudden, okay, suddenly those people, they have heart now. Where is our tax dollar go? Where is that? You know where it go, women? Your tax dollar and all your taxes you pay in business, they go straight to Ukraine.
Dollars going.
Well, I just told you, to Ukraine.
Young lady that we know that's been in the parking lot forever.
Sherman Oaks business owner Angela Marsden says encountering the lifeless body of a homeless woman is traumatizing.
How do we normalize this? This isn't normal to me. You know what I mean? This is a woman. This is somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, dying and dead on the street.
She used to walk around pretending she's on the phone, fake no phone in her hand. She was here all the time.
It's extremely upsetting to Marsden, owner of the Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill, because she's been begging city and county officials for help in dealing with the homelessness crisis in her community.
We are a third world country, critical mass in Sherman Oaks. This is supposed to be an exclusive area of LA.
No, Hish. Exclusive is another term. This is supposed to be a wealthy white neighborhood, damn it. Why am I seeing this here? We redlining the so-called blacks. We redlining those Hebrews. We redlining their asses. Why? Well, of course, it's not them coming over there. Why the failure of our race or 83 are here? Because all the people that they are showing here, they look nothing like us. Okay, they look nothing like us. All right, let's go ahead and go to the thing again.
Fake no phone in her hand.
It's not like fake no phone. She is talking to someone, Bridget, okay? When people are doing this in the street, they're actually talking to somebody. Telepathy, they don't, well, it depends to what you're it depends on what you communicate with. Are you communicated with our side, or you communicated with the other side? Remember, you are born with a plus and a minus. We are in harmony with our plus, and we keep the minus under control. Okay, all right, we have to control both sides, balance. That's what we are. In this nation over here, we have balance. So she was talking to someone, you know, you just don't know who it was.
She was here all the time.
It's extremely upsetting to Marsden, owner of the Pineapple Hill Saloon.
Pineapple Hill. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, what is our word for Pineapple Hill? What is the message here? What is our word? What is the word? What is we get every Sunday or every Tuesday or every time our day for 30 days? Give me the true word. Great glory, man. Great glory. Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill. You see, all those things, brethren, okay? Those are words and messages from the angels messaging unto us, all right? Pineapple, we know pineapple here as the ananas. It's been at least, May gonna give the ananas a whole year since we've been practice this quote-unquote thing. Okay, every month we get one, we put it in there, and we know what that is. If you want to know what that ananas are, you may have to wait in March when we release our books. It will be all the information that we ever learn. We'll put it in there, and you will learn with us too. That is if you wish to do that, okay? The ananas hill. The ananas, of course, is a symbol of abundance. That means the abundance are being taken away from them. The blessing is dried up. Everything is being disturbed. We got next.
And Grill, because she's been begging city and county officials for help in dealing with the homelessness crisis in her community.
We are a third world country, critical mass in Sherman Oaks.
Okay.
This is supposed to be an exclusive area of LA.
All right.
We had 3 dead bodies.
3 dead bodies. An exclusive area of LA. I mean, a luxurious area, a white-only area. But hey.
3 dead bodies in a week. And we're still dealing with all the other stuff, the robberies, the drug use, the mentally ill.
That's what our people used to say back in the 80s and 90s. We say, well, why does the hood used to be from the 50s, 60s, 70s? The hood used to be cool, man. Nothing really going on in the hood or in our country. Okay? Ever since you people dropped the drugs in there, okay, you people bring the drugs to destroy us, and then now look at this. Look at this young woman right there. Okay, let me enlarge this. Look at this young woman right there, man. A very young woman in this state. She is clearly, we'll assume, she's on drugs. All right? The plague now turns upon you, turns on you. What you gonna do? Bad boys, bad boys. Huh? Is that what that is? Is that are you going to imprison those people? Are you going to get tough on crime? Okay, all right. You're not, because they look like you. They are you.
Still wandering around.
Okay. Everybody that they showed you, they look like them. Now this woman is complaining the things that we used to say back in the 80s, like, okay, we tired of the robbery, we tired of the fights, we tired of the violence, black on black crime. They give it a name though. Black on black crime is black people killing black people. Okay, Hebrew on Hebrew crime. It's savages killing savages. But when it comes to you, and then now you people won't come and protest, or where is my tax money? Where is our tax money? Of course, we told you your tax money go to Ukraine. They never did care about you anyway. Those people never told you the truth. All right. Now a lot of you are cleaving with pride, like that Joe Magnan Lilo fellow. And all of a sudden now, suddenly, he's one of us. Suddenly his father was a black African slave. And then when one of our brethren went and checked their ancestry or whatever, was, oh, your ancestry was a white man that raped a black woman. Too bad for you, ended up being black. But your father is a white man. You deserve no reparation. In fact, you're going to have to pay reparation.
We will have a lot more on this story coming up tonight at 10 p.m., including new interviews. Alex, Marla, it's just incredibly frustrating for these business owners, because they say, you know what, we reached out months ago asking for help. This wouldn't have happened if these people would have been taken off the streets.
Okay, that fellow name is Alex. People, you know what to do. You know who's in the midst. Now, let me go ahead and clarify a little bit of what's going on here. Those business owners reach out to the city, whatever, years ago and tell them, hey, because they documented this. Hey, this thing, and, those people, homeless, we need help because we pay you guys taxes and stuff. That's exactly what we used to tell those people. When we say, hey, man, we pay taxes, we work. Black folks are the hardest working people on this planet. We pay the most taxes. We do everything. This is our tax money. You shouldn't be building prison, man. You should get those people out. They don't do nothing. And then now it is your turn. Now those people are in your business. They are in your hood. They are in your redlining place, and they are giving you hell. You see, hearing about a dead body or seeing a dead body in the news is one thing, but when somebody die in front of your business, you see that's another thing. You see, this spirit is going to stay there forever. It's going to lingering. There are certain things that you need to do as a business owner to get this thing away from your business. You see, all those zombies and demons walking around, that's the kind of energy they are bringing to you. The ley line has switched. All praises to the Most High. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The ley line switch. That's why all the negative now are in your place, or in your luxury place, your luxury hood. They're not on ours. Well, you still have a few crackheads working around, a few dope boys, or a few bassheads, but not like that. The other day I was listening, well, briefly I was listening to the Black Authority, brother Jason Black, and a brother called. He says something about Venice Beach or Venus Beach. Is that what that is? Venice? But anyway, well, one of those Venice high population white folks over there that cost millions. He said 90%. I don't know. I'm not from California. Somebody may want to clarify that or confirm that for us. He said 90% of the homeless population over there in Venice Beach is Caucasian. I believe that the podcast the brother was having this was doing the MLK Day. I'll just brush on that, okay? They, even the so-called black folks that are not in the truth, they can see it's such trouble out there. They can see 83 struggling real bad. Back then, they would have never let something like that happen, okay? They would have go ahead and focus and get those people help. That is because they cannot help themselves. Why should they help you?
And you've documented that process of them reaching out as well over those months. Gina, thank you. We'll see you.
His condition so serious, in fact, overseas after falling ill while...
This half hour with a vacation nightmare for a local man and his family.
Yeah, the 21-year-old man from Bucks County is in a hospital now overseas after falling ill while abroad. His condition so serious, in fact, doctors have reportedly called him the sickest person in all of Ireland.
Action News' Jillian Mealy joining us now in studio to explain what's going on here.
You know, it really is such a sad story. And this family has roots in Ireland, and they went over there for 10 days over Christmas. And now one of them is left fighting for his life. And today I spoke with his mom and dad.
This guy, oops, sorry, probably a little bit too loud. This fellow is 21 years old. Of course, you know what to do. And, you know, he has roots in Ireland. Oh, really? Is that what that is? So you guys are the original Irish, the original Ire. Okay, let me see if I can get a picture. Oh, boy, Chris Barnes is still here. Nightmare. The original Irish.
According to the Washington Post, from as far back as the 16th century, historians taught that the Irish are the descendants of the Celts, an Iron Age people who originated in the middle of Europe and invaded Ireland somewhere between 1000 BC and 500 BC.
Whiskey, some kind of drinks. Okay, they don't want to show you anything like that. Okay, first Irish people had dark to black skin similar to gentlemen in Britain, the Irish part. Yeah. You know, they kind of make him look Caucasian, but they throw a little dark tint on him. Yeah, the original Irish were dark-skinned people. That's what they are, okay? All right, let me put people here. Not liquor. I was not aware. It's something they avoid talking about, Brethren, okay? All right, black men with dreads here. All right. Okay. Early Irish were dark skinned with blue eyes. You know, gotta throw a little stuff in there, you know. All right. Original black man with blue eyes. You know. And then all of a sudden, okay, the first Irish were black. No DNA evidence sheds. Okay. All right, a black woman here with the black dude. Okay. They have to throw the blue eyes in there. Our people do have blue eyes, you know, make no mistake. But they were looking just like those people, okay? All right? You are looking at the original Irish, of course, in the course and over there in the church. But that's not the point, all right? So, to say a statement like this. Oops.
Sickest person in all of Ireland.
Action News' Jillian Mealy joining us now in studio to explain what's going on here.
You know, it really is such a sad story. And this family has roots in Ireland, and they went over there for 10 days over Christmas. And now one of them is left fighting for his life. And today I spoke with his mom and dad from Ireland. Matthew Small of Levittown, Bucks County was a healthy 20-year-old who loved the outdoors, his motorcycle, his family, and his Irish heritage. After arriving in Ireland for Christmas, his father Greg and mother Sandra got sick. Then he got sick. They recovered. He wasn't so lucky.
He came down the corridor and he said, Mommy, he said, I can't breathe.
A day later, he was on a ventilator.
He was diagnosed with pneumonia on New Year's Eve. Then he tested positive for influenza A. And what they're saying is that the combination of influenza A and pneumonia wiped his immune system down. And this group A streptococcus that's out there now, it was like, oh, party doors are open, let me go in. And he got that, and that just crashed everything.
They're like playing whack-a-mole with infections. Every time they knock one down, another one surfaces.
This dude, his name is what's his name? The guy name is Greg Small from Levittown, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Greg. Thank you so much for clarifying the whole fiasco for us.
They knock one down, another one surfaces.
The last time Matthew was able to speak was New Year's Eve.
He was in complete organ failure. There was talk about putting him on a transplant list for his heart. He was on dialysis.
After a week in a local hospital, Small was transferred to the Mater Hospital in Dublin, where he is currently. It's also where he turned 21 this past Monday.
And all the nurses had put decorations up in his room, cards, balloons.
All right, let me go ahead and stop this woman right here. Now, beloved, when you look at this and you like, yo, what's going on? Okay, you want to know what's going on? Boom, pestilence. Okay, number 8. Pestilence and hunger will change their destruction. All right, there's a massive pestilence upon those people. These dude is sick. They don't know what's wrong with him. Okay, they just, oh, well, his kidney failure, dialysis. 21 years old, you in dialysis, man? All those things? Yeah, oh, wow, that's not good at all. Is that thing even recording? Let me check. Is it? All right, then it's recording. Let's go moving, all right?
And had sang happy birthday to him. And the nurse said to me that when they had sang, he smiled.
He has had peaks and valleys. And emotionally speaking, that's the hard part.
His family's still over there in Ireland, and friends have set up a GoFundMe for the family, and they do have really high hopes that he will make it out of the hospital one day and be able to return home. His family tells me they are receiving messages. They are grateful for the support.
21-year-old man, unable to speak, is really, really bad. Pestilence is in the midst. Let's keep on moving.
I still can't even believe that this is happening because it's something that I wanted for so long. My goal is to become a world champion one day, whenever that may be.
MMA fighter Victoria Lee has died. She was 18 years old.
Okay, her name is Victor. And she's 18. Who's in the midst? Listen, those things don't happen like this just for the sake of happening. That's not what that is. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen because it just happened. That's not what that is, okay? Her name is Victoria. Victor. Of course, we know Michael is in the midst. She's 18. 1 + 8, 9. Destruction. That's what happened, man. She was an MMA fighter. All right.
Victoria's older sister, fellow MMA fighter Angela Lee, announced the sad news on Instagram. She posted this image along with a touching caption. On December 26, 2022, our family experienced something no family should ever have to go through. It is incredibly difficult to say this. Our Victoria passed away.
Victoria, honestly, she is wise beyond her years. Ever since she was little, we kind of called her like an old soul. She's just very, very mature for her age.
Angela didn't reveal Victoria's cause of death, but did.
Her name is Angela. Her sister, I believe, it's Victoria. Okay, Angela Victoria, Angel Victoria, the Angel of Victoria, Michael and the Miss. All those things are code from the Mighty One, code messages unto us by the angels. Okay, now let me say something here for the people that are listening. Listen, I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm not making fun of anything that happened here. I'm just telling you the truth and the way things happen. You see, the so-called Gentiles, especially the one that look like Moabites or Ammonites, so to speak, they have a culture, they have a facade to uphold, a facade of being, you know, they are super mature, they are super smart, they're good in math, they taught their children they have to be Shemeshites. They have to be good at everything they try. You got this young 18-year-old girl, and they don't reveal the cause of death, but I will assume she most likely dialed 988. You see, when you have a child, you put all those pressure on them to be a fighter, because the father was a fighter, to be a fighter, to be good at it, to be not only be good at it, to be perfect, to be a master, to be an adept at it. The pressure is too much, especially to those people that are so-called Moabites and Ammonites. When you look at the country of South Korea, so to speak, the 998. So, you know, as we speak over here, is so high in Japan, is so high in China, is so high because too much pressure are put upon those people. You want to know why? Because when the swagger jack the land, Okay, when the swagger jack our lanes, the lane over there in China and Japan and Korea, South Korea, North Korea, of course, when they got our records, they copy our people. You know what they found? They found our people were pretty much good at everything. Anything they put their mind, they were good. So they passed this nonsense onto their children. To us, it's good. It's not nonsense, but to them, they passed it on. And then when they realize now, wait a minute, this is impossible. You need superpower to do these things. Okay, so now you got Victoria and Angela, the angel of victory. She is no more because she was a young girl. Okay, 18 years old. They don't say what took her. She just died. That's what they say. But then again, we just assume that, you know, she died 988 or 998, so to speak. Let's keep on moving.
Did honor her with a lengthy message, writing their family will never be the same, and called Victoria the most beautiful soul who ever lived.
That's why I think she is really well able and equipped to handle all that comes with this fame and this path that she's chosen.
Born in Hawaii, Victoria grew up alongside her siblings, Angela and Christian Lee.
Victoria.
Okay, her brother name is Christian. Okay, you got Christian, Angela, Victoria. Okay, those are our names, but hey, you know, they could be our people. We don't know, but hey, that's the judgment. Okay, you can see the praise. Certain people, brethren, certain, especially young girls, when they praise them too much, and then they find the truth, or they go somewhere, they got beat, they lost, and somebody like, yo, you think you were worth something when your family were praising you and saying all those things, you are nothing. And then once they heard that, and then they off themselves, you know. But anyway, we're done with this thing. Let's keep on moving, man.
It's at 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, that's these fellows. Mr. Brian Walsh, okay, he had murdered his wife over there, cut her into pieces, okay, and chop her off, okay, and dismember her, you know, cut her body in parts, and then make a bunch of Google search. The thing is 13 minutes, so I don't want to go ahead and then, you know, talk over it. Just, you know, that's what's going on, man. Let's keep on moving, all right?
Now to this, a tragedy on top of Mount Baldy. A mother of four and a very experienced hiker has died sliding 700 feet down the mountain to her death.
Okay, 700 feet, okay, you know what to do, all right? This mother of four, okay, she got 4 kids, all right, 4 quarter of the earth, 4 element, 4 angels, all right, she slide and experience. I don't know why people are doing this thing, like when there's horrible weather and then the hiking is so bad, they decided, let's go in the snow, let's go hike, let's go over there, let's do this thing, and then they never return, you know, they never return. This is really bad. This is very bad, man, you know. But anyway, it's Gentiles. What you gonna do? What you gonna say?
Mount Baldy, officially known as Mount San Antonio, is the tallest peak in the San Gabriels, rising 10,000 feet and attracting hikers from all over Southern California. KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock is live in Covina tonight, where Crystal Gonzalez lives, with more on her treacherous climb. Nicole?
Well, this woman's family did not want to speak with us on camera tonight, but they told us that safety while hiking really did mean everything to their mother, and that ultimately you can't control Mother Nature.
It's go time.
She was known by her friends and family as the hiking queen.
Lots of people out today.
And Crystal Paula Gonzalez was documenting her most recent hike up Mount Baldy on Facebook.
This is a perfect visual of what we've been dealing with.
Detailing the dangerous conditions as an uncontrollable column of ice rolls downhill right past her.
I mean, all of a sudden, the whole side will come down.
It was so unsafe that Crystal decided to turn back. But at some point out at Baldy Bowl this Sunday, the mother of 4 slipped and fell 500 to 700 feet down the notoriously difficult mountain terrain and hit a tree.
It was a terrible situation, but we were able to see some of the best of humanity also, where the bystanders were helping out.
San Bernardino County rescue medic Eric Rose says they couldn't use a hoist rescue to rush Crystal to a hospital because by the time they rappelled down onto the snow, the cloud ceiling had already moved down too low for the helicopter.
The slope angle and the ice and everything, it makes it too dangerous to hike. So we actually had to build a rope system and lower her down.
Crystal died on this mountain. A hiker who was so experienced that she previously summited Mount Whitney, the highest trail in the United States. Her daughter sent us a written statement saying in part, "Our mother was a kind..."
Anyway, so as you can, oh boy. Anyway, as you can see, beloved, you got experienced hikers, you know, they just die, okay? Of course, people would say, well, Big Levi, you have to understand, Jabba Jah was in the midst, you know, she had a heart attack, clogging and stuff like that, and then, die, right? They're covering up. Who the hell is this woman? Why would they, why would they covering up for her? But anyway, so, that's Miss Crystal Paul Gonzalez, experienced hiker. I don't know why people do this. When the things are dangerous like that, they want to hike and show people that, oh, we are hiking, you know, it's rich and it's, well, I'm very glad that Florida has 0 mountain. Is that what that is? Florida has 0 mountain nor hills. Let's double check. Does Florida has mountain?
According to Wikipedia, Sugarloaf Mountain is the 5th highest named point and the most prominent point in the U.S. state of Florida. At 312 feet above sea level, it is also the highest point on the geographic Florida peninsula.
Yeah, it's like, that's not even a mountain, you know. The highest point, no. The highest point in Florida is the Linfield over there in, let me see. What's the highest point in Florida?
Britton Hill. According to Visit Florida, at 345 feet above mean sea level, Britton Hill is Florida's highest natural point and the lowest high point in the United States.
Okay, highest natural point, but it's the Pompano Linfield. There you go. Monarch Linfield is the highest point because I worked there. That's the highest point in Florida. It's a Linfield. That's what that is. These places, if you want to hike, go hike into the Linfield. Thank you. Let's keep on moving.
Our top story here at 10. A single mother in the middle of a mental health crisis takes her 3 young children into a field in Pontiac and tells them to lie down, and only one would survive. This woman froze to death along with her 2 young sons, the ages of 3 and 9.
Only her 10-year-old daughter surviving the freezing temperatures. That daughter then ran to find help when she realized her mother and brothers were dead. Mara McDonald live in Pontiac tonight. Mara, she was not homeless. It's just a horrendous situation.
Devin, she was not homeless. As a matter of fact, her apartment was just a few blocks away here from the Oakland County Sheriff's Pontiac substation. She has family in Pontiac, and they tried to...
Now, beloved, let us try to dissect what's going on over there. This woman, first, this is on channel 4, you know, 4 quarter, the 4 angels, the 4 elements. And a 10-year-old girl was the sole survivor, so to speak. Okay, number 10, you know, Michael is in the midst. You know what's going on. So now, and what caused this? What caused a mother like that, brethren, okay, to take his children to come out in the cold and go in the wilderness, so to speak, and lie down and freeze to death? Or freeze to death. Let's find out, and then we'll see if this thing is real or not, or what they are saying, does it make sense?
Intervene, but she just brushed them off. Monica and her children had lived in this apartment in Pontiac for the last 6 years, but recent behavior, family describes her as extremely paranoid, had her taking her children out into the cold on foot for several days, wandering around the old Lakeside Projects property in Pontiac.
Over the course of a couple days, we actually had been getting calls about a woman and kids not dressed.
Now, if you look at the sheriff right there, you know, the sheriff name is Mike Bouchard. Okay, I'm pretty sure Bouchard is French. So we know Michael is in the midst. Of course, people, a lot of people, some of them 2/3, some of them skin folk. But we know for a fact that this is the work of the black judge. This is the work of the Most High God Almighty. And, this thing happened. They happened for a reason. Those people, I would not be surprised. Those are the people that mocked us online. Those are the ones that are in the comment board trying to do things. Those are the people that when we do stuff, they are the ones that scream witchcraft. Those are the Christians that when they see you study, they don't know what you're doing. They don't know for what reason you are studying, and they chastise you because they can. And then the whole family are gone except for that 10-year-old girl. Of course, Mike Bouchard, Michael is in the midst. You can't make this up.
Appropriately for the conditions, deputies would go there, look all through the area and couldn't find anybody. We later learned from the surviving daughter that she had told her kids anytime anybody approached to run.
Neighbors who saw Monica and her children did call 911 and did try to intervene.
They was hungry. I said, well, Doc, what you do? Well, she said, I didn't let them in, but her brother, Arthur, she said he tried to give the young lady some money, and she wouldn't accept it.
Saturday night, the sheriff says Monica told 3-year-old Malik, 9-year-old Kyle, and 10-year-old Lily to lie down with her in this field. Only Lily would survive the freezing temperatures, running to a nearby home when she realized her mother and brother.
Okay, so one of them was 9, 10. I forgot the other one, but the destruction and Michael in the midst. She just told the children to lie down with them. The little girl escaped. The mother and the 2 boys, they die. Okay, the Most High spare the little 10-year-old girl, and the son and the mother die because she was paranoid. Okay, she was like she had well, not dream. She said like people were after her to kill her, and the sheriff were trying to kill her and all those things. That is because, yes, there were certain figures of authority that were after her, certain judges, certain police, certain spirits were after her. That is why we told our people to protect yourself from certain things and certain people in certain area and certain surroundings. The 2/3 stay far away from them. The Christians, they lost their freaking mind. Stay away from those people. They will take you with them. She could have easily gone her own and die, but she took the children with them. That's not the first time that happened, okay? There was an incident that happened in Miami, probably in 2020. Let me see. Let me allow this. Miami mother stabbed child to death. Okay. Mother accused of fatherly time with 3-year-old daughter in North Miami. That's 3 weeks ago? Oh, boy. All right. Let's watch this one. Where is the one that we were looking for? 3 weeks ago. What we are looking for the one that, we are looking for the one that happened in 2020. Okay, I didn't heard about this one. Let's see what's going on here.
A very sad story to report. A murder investigation involving a child underway right now in North Miami Beach. CBS 4's Terry Hornstein is live on the scene. And what are police telling you this morning?
Yeah, this is absolutely heartbreaking. Police did confirm to us a young child is dead here. That victim's mother is now in custody. A very active scene here. This is in North Miami Beach. They are calling that mother a suspect at this point. You can see investigators on the scene. They've been out here for hours at this point. Let's take you to some video here. It appears this happened inside a 3rd floor apartment. You can see a yellow tarp covering the door there. but we have seen crime scene investigators walking around the scene on foot here, taking pictures of really everything, cars, the ground, trying to preserve everything they can before the rain washes it away. The entire area also surrounding the scene is blocked off at this point, but again, they are focusing on a third-floor apartment here, a yellow tarp over that door, and police with North Miami Beach unfortunately have confirmed a young child is dead. That victim's mother is in custody. They say she is going to be taken in. She will be booked as soon as we know her identity.
Now to breaking news out of North Miami. We now know the identity of a mother accused of killing her 3-year-old daughter. The disturbing crime happening inside their North Miami Beach home earlier today. It's a story we've been following all day since CBS 4 this morning. CBS 4's Chelsea Jones has been digging into the mother's past. She is live with what she found in just the last couple of hours. Chelsea.
Yeah, so Elliot, Jaleesa Baxter, according to arrest documents, was sitting in her living room in her robe next to this deceased child, according to police. Those documents also reveal that she actually tried to strangle the child first. It didn't work, so she stabbed her. This has been an active scene for over 12 hours. It remains that way at this hour. Let's get you to some daytime footage of this scene. The first shot you're going to see here is of the tarp draping over the apartment in question. We're told that Jaleesa Baxter lived in a third-floor apartment here. Police say this all happened just before 2. They say Baxter called 911 herself, admitting to stabbing her own child. Now, these are pictures from Jaleesa's Instagram where she has identified a child as her daughter.
Let me enlarge this for you so you can see. All right, so this is those folks, okay? That's what they do. They celebrate those holidays, and they are possessed, okay? This young lady right here, she can clearly see, she's happy with this young child, 3-year-old. What can a 3-year-old do to you? Okay, what can this little girl do to you? To deserve you to stab it and to try to strangle it. Just trying to strangle the child, choking the child, but it didn't work. It did take too long, so she took a knife and stabbed her, kill her, and call 911. And people will sit there and say that's a mental issue. You got mental health problem. No, that's not what that is. That has nothing to do with mental health. That has everything to do with demonic possession. That has everything to do with you people are being judged. You refuse to get out. You refuse. Listen, all those stuff that are happening right there. It's not like, let me see. Well, I'm just gonna stop here for this because I was looking for something else. You know what? Let's finish this because let me get this so I won't forget it. When we warned those people, we warned you, especially the people that look like us or the nation. We warned them. We told them that the Mighty One is going to judge you, and we had videos. Okay. We have videos. The Heathens are doomed. Their apology meant nothing. That was 5 months ago. We told you that. All right, and then there was a message that was written in the back of a sister that was 7 months ago. Okay, message unto us, a very stern warning to the lukewarm in Zion, drop off the dead weights. Okay, 7 months ago we told the nation drop off the dead weights because the Mighty One going to take them out. You can go ahead and watch this video. Okay, something against right? the book. This is
the
something.
Message, the Holy Scriptures, the angelic writing. That's the sister. That's the thing that were written in her back. All right, we told you the Messiah gonna come after you because those people don't listen. Okay, all right, they do whatever they please, but that's what happened. So let's keep on moving, Bridget.
We're choosing not to show her face at this time. Investigators say that 3-year-old child was stabbed multiple times in multiple places, and those cuts were deep. Now you're looking at some video of the...
All right, let me enlarge this. You may not see this here, but it's on Northeast 10th Street. Is it 10th Street or 10th Avenue? Okay, it's 10th Avenue. Okay, all right, number 10 right here, Michael in the Mist. All this stuff, just showing you that the judgment, of course, is upon the 83, and the 2/3 don't want to listen. Of course, because of this video, we call her 2/3, but our people are incapable of doing something like that, man. Okay, the children of the mighty one do not have a heart to do something like that. That is why we tell our people to protect yourself, man. Protect yourself from those demons, and protect yourself from the little demon walking around do things like that. If this woman was a singer, rapper, or some famous person, that hate should have been all over social media. She sacrificed a child to the Illuminati, to demon and stuff. But when it comes to people that low level, low celebrity status, so to speak, or none of the status, nobody, I didn't even know about this thing. It happened 3 weeks ago. It's only 14,000 views. Okay, because our people are trained. Only the so-called Hollywood people, the musician, what they call those people again? Anybody that are in music industry, those are the only people that can do this type of heinous crime. And when they do it, they all do it for the devil. They sacrifice the child for money and stuff. But nobody say anything about her. All right then.
We're deep. Now you're looking at some video of the medical examiner leaving the scene. Right now, it's unclear what may have provoked Baxter to commit this crime, but police say she was taken into custody without incident. She's charged with first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse, and one local businesswoman here says as a mother of 4, this scares her.
Don't do that, the kids. Don't do that. Always is a new life. Always is new future. More a woman. I'm so sorry for the family.
Anyway, man, just to let you know, this happened. I believe there's one that happened. Florida woman stabbed daughter. Okay. Florida woman stabbed daughter. Okay, boy, there's so much of them. We had made a video stabbed a daughter. Let me try to filter this to 20. Let's see the year. No, not this year. Sort by upload date. Wow. Another one? Mother, daughter stabbing to death into the Bronx. Crazy. It happened like a year ago. But anyway. Oh, wow. All right. This thing happen all the time. All right, let's keep on moving.
Brittany, what else did Wendy's mother say about what happened?
Well, Lynn, Dwan's mother says that their family is completely devastated, as you can imagine. She says her daughter did mention about meeting someone online, never thinking something like this could happen.
A mother trying to process the loss of her only child. Unbelievable. Speaking with KHOU 11 via phone, Wendy Dwan's mother, who asked us not to use her name. 26-year-old Charvis Thompson has been charged with her daughter's murder, arrested and captured in Shreveport, Louisiana after being on the run for the last week.
Wendy, don't know someone online is dangerous. That you don't.
Beloved, not only this thing is extremely dangerous, online dating, meet for a quick hookup, try to get your thing off. I will never ever advise any brother or any sister to date online. It's a no. There are plenty other places you can meet people, man. People are all over the place. You just don't look. Online, you will find nothing but creeps, nothing but scum. That's what it is. Trust me, Big Levi was a master conspiracy theorist and a master online, filth, or, searcher, researcher. I know all the in and out of all those things. Just like you see, I'm quite a little bit versed in certain stuff. This thing was my domain. I literally have a YouTube channel. Well, I had a YouTube channel dedicated to things like that, the things I used to see and went through. It is nothing but filth, scum, and demons. Never ever meet anybody that you met online for romantic whatever. You don't do that. You don't post your visage online looking for men or women. You don't do this. They are all over the place. That is why I'm hoping to get our place together so our men can meet our women and our women can meet our men. And the literal place will have dating days where people that are single will meet other people. People that are widow can meet other people, man. We'll not have this tight night acting like we all that clean, we don't date and stuff. No, we will have baking in our community because Exodus 1:17, told us we will overrun those people with our children. Therefore, we will have things like that, man. But what I tell the people, don't do this. Don't ever meet anybody. Whether if you're a man or women, don't meet no one online for anything romantic. You don't do this. This is a no.
Know somebody the background.
Authorities say Dwan and Thompson had met on an online dating app called Meet Me a week prior to her being shot and killed in the backyard of her Sugar Land home, in what police say was the aftermath of an argument. Her mother says Wendy had mentioned Thompson, someone she immediately had a bad feeling about.
She said, "Why, mommy?" I said, "This guy, the face, not a good guy."
Dwan, a beloved A-Leaf ISD teacher who taught third grade.
That I agree. Certain people, you can just look at them. You're like, I see the demon in you. Oh, hell no. I told this story all the time. I'm just gonna brush up on it. One day I went to a place to receive something that I was supposed to pick up. There was a young woman working as a cashier. And the guy that she was working for, I will assume he was one of those Arabs fellow. And the Arab, it goes to that effect. The Arab made a joke. He said something about her being late, or I think he made a joke about her being Haitian. And because she was speaking and he picked up an accent, I think she said she from Georgia or something. She said, "No, I'm not Haitian," and stuff like that. And then the conversation flipped to something that the man said, "I don't think you're too bright. You've been working here for 2 weeks or something, but you can pick up some stuff." And he says something, I even forgot. She said, "I can kill you and get away with it." He said, "If you do this," or if she warned him, she said, "If you say this or do this, I'm going to kill you." She said, "You see," she just stopped. She put everything down. She said, "You see, I can kill you and get away with this, and no one will ever know that I've done it." She was dead cold. You can see the dude was laughing, and then it get very uncomfortable. She said, "I'm not playing with you." And she was not. And she turned around, and the guy just get up, he left, and she turned around, and I was the next one in line. And I say something, she didn't hear me. She made a joke like, "I can hear you. Do you want me to come over there and do something to you so she can hear?" I didn't say anything. I just didn't say nothing. And then she laughed. I didn't laugh because I know that's what those demon does. I had my pentacle with me. I just pay for whatever I need to pay. I go back. Ever since I go back there, I never seen her again. And I'm assuming after the whole thing, they got rid of her because she was dead serious. Anytime you met someone, you look at the person in the face, you can see that person. Something is wrong with him or her. Run.
At Boone Elementary. Her mother says Wendy was a giver who always showed a special love for her students.
Every Thursday, she asked me to go
Anyway, man, let us keep on
dollar
moving.
store 99 cents.
Well, it's just a devastating scene. The young woman lived here with her aunt and uncle. They've actually put a small memorial behind me in honor of their beloved niece. She died, though, just down the street on the same road in a home she shared with her new husband. They were only married in October, and now he is charged with her murder. This is how friends and family remember Angie Diaz, laughing, having fun, sharing her joy all over social media. Never could they have imagined that she was to be found decapitated, dismembered in a gruesome scene in her in-laws' family property. Her husband, Jared Dicus, is the suspect.
Now, beloved, listen. This dude is 21 years old. His wife is 21 years old, of course. We know for a fact 21 is the reverse of 12. 12 is blessing for us, protection for us. And 21 and it's destruction and curses for them, And as you can see, when you look at this fellow, you can read upon his face that he's still, you can see it upon his face. You see how his eyebrows is kind of raised without even him trying to raise his eyebrow. That means like the moment he commit this act, it stick with him forever. You can tell anybody, according to Sensei, there are certain sciences you can study, certain occult science, which mean hidden science you can study. You can know who's a murderer because their beard, their face, they stuck in that. The moment they commit, they took that soul from that person, they freeze frame. You can see it in their faces. And a dude like this, you can see it. That's why, I watched this video before. They had to keep him on the watch, on the suicide watch, because they didn't want him to do anything to himself, okay? All right? Destruction, man.
This neighbor grew up with the family.
He was never the crazy one.
Of course not. Of course.
He was never the type to go do something violent.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those are not your typical people they put in the news and blast them. Okay, those are not the typical people they say, oh, well, they form a low family, they need to put themselves out of bootstrap and stuff, they smoke weed, they listen to rap music. Those are not the typical. Those are the ones that you will trust. And those are the ones that will take your head off. Cut the head off that young woman and chop her into pieces, man. Do you know what it takes to do something like that?
To those that he loved and cared about.
Dicus and Diaz were newlyweds, meeting in early 2022. They were married in October by Waller County Judge Trey Duhan. At the meat market where she worked as a cashier, her managers said they became worried when she didn't show up for work yesterday. The manager also explained that she had met Dicus and that the couple seemed happy, their relationship moving quickly from dating to marriage in about 6 months. The couple lived in a small house behind the Dicus parents' house. The parents called authorities on Thursday when they realized something was wrong.
Everything happened on the property and all parts and pieces were recovered and submitted for evidence.
Waller County Sheriff Troy Guidry says Dicus remained on the scene as investigators arrived.
That means he chopped her off to death. He just caught. Damn it. He chopped her off to death, okay? Crazy.
They found a gruesome scene with blood and Diaz's body dismembered and a possible weapon.
The evidence shows it was a kitchen knife.
The sheriff says they're looking into whether drugs may have played a role.
No, there's no such thing, drugs. They always try to get their people off. Okay, drugs play something. No, that's not what that is, man. Those are demonic possession. The black judges in the midst. Is it my car out there? No, I don't think it's my car. So the black judges in the midst, things are happening. That's what that is. That has nothing to do with quote-unquote drugs.
Relatives are planning a vigil this weekend as those who knew them struggle to comprehend what happened.
Angie was, this like little ray of sunshine in this life. She was optimistic and he made her happy and kept him in good spirits.
In Waller County, Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness.
Mudslides, wind damage all across central and southern California. This is video just in from Santa Clarita. Firefighters pulling a person out of that car as water rushes around them.
Okay, a few weeks ago. Well, 9 days ago, a week ago. Okay, let's keep on moving because this video is like 7 minutes. We're not gonna stay.
But we're going to start with this. It's a developing situation for millions in California due to the latest in a series of brutal storms. They have been hit by waves of torrential rain causing, look at these shots, massive flooding, landslides, and power outages. More than 30,000 people are under evacuation orders, and at least, unfortunately, 17 people have died in these storms since late December. Carter Evans is in hard-hit Santa Cruz County, that's south of San Francisco, with more on the story. Carter, good morning. The pictures are amazing to look at. Frightening, too.
Yeah, and just look at this behind me. I mean, this used to be a beach right here, and now it's just a mess of logs and debris. Just imagine what it was like when that huge surf slammed all this stuff into homes and businesses. Further inland, rivers are swollen and still rising.
Even when the rain stops, the water is still there. Massive cleanup efforts are underway just as the state braces for more drenching storms through next week. Across California, crews are working to restore access to highways and roads cut off by landslides. Strong winds knocked out power to more than 160,000 customers. In Santa Cruz County, Michael Lillis is boarding up for the next storm after his beachfront home was hit by a huge wave.
And then this water and debris came in.
All right, this dude name is Michael Lillis, okay, or Michael Lilac, the lilac or lily tree, the lily flower, you know. As we know, the lily flower is the most favorite flower, okay. Michael in the mist, we can't make this up. But beloved, excuse me, since it's already 6:26 p.m., this is gonna be the last video, and then I will do the rest. Tomorrow we'll have the rest. I will continue and add. Tomorrow we'll take teacher got shot by a 6-year-old student. This is gonna be our last video for tonight. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm gonna let you watch this and then we'll do the rest if the Most High willing.
Almost knocked me off my feet. So this is off the 99. Look at that car.
In the Central Valley, the storm damage is growing in scale. Floodwaters overtook vehicles and overwhelmed neighborhoods. Same story further south in Santa Barbara County. This rock slide shut down a highway, and our Elise Preston is there.
The earth here is so saturated, and many communities are living on steep hillsides. On residential streets in Santa Barbara, a crew spent much of the day reopening roads closed by mud and flooding. This rock slide shut down a state highway. It will take crews a while to clean this mess up.
Firefighters flew in to rescue a person trapped by the Ventura River, which hit its highest level ever.
I've never seen anything like this in all my 41 years living in the city.
We lost our home and all of our belongings that we had.
In Los Angeles, floodwaters swamped cars.
They lost everything, including all the stuff they have, man. This is serious, okay? But, beloved, thank you. Let me just spend a little moment here talking to the nation. Thank you for watching, brethren. We had a great time together. I don't even know if that thing is recorded well, if it recorded loud, if it recorded low, and if it's not, I'm so sorry about that. I'm still testing this stuff, and if there's anything else, I'll make an adjustment. Now, concerning to what we just watched, beloved, we had been doing this for about 3 years now. We become wiser, and we've seen that everything that the Mighty One has given unto us, such as prophecies, dreams and visions and words and studies, everything is coming to fruition. The Mighty One is not a man that he should lie, and everything that is written and the good book is being fulfilled, okay? There's no such thing as an accident or no such thing as set up. The so-called elites are not doing this. Bill Gates and Jason, whatever, the Jeff Bezos and all the other scumbags, they don't have the power to do anything like that. They are powerless. I believe in one of the video they show a land degenerate. She has her house being swept off in the mud and stuff, and weather and the flood, whatever that was. And we still have many more videos, more stuff to bring to the nation. It's just too much, brethren, to cite, to listed, to numbered, because it's a lot. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. I say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. Study to show thyself approve. Okay, always remember this: the mighty one is not mocked. Okay, do not be deceived. Whatever a man soweth, that's what you're going to reap. And what you see the Gentiles are reaping now is because their ancestors had sowed those things. Okay, we leave you in peace, and I will see you later in the prayer, and we will pick up where we left up right there. Our next video should be a teacher shot by a 6-year-old student. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna use the Mac to go live. I'm gonna use this to make videos in the meantime when we can get the PC going. Yes, we'll be on the lookout, brethren. You will see there'll be a membership for private studies. Okay, a membership for private studies, and this membership, you will be the people that will see our videos first. When we have the Esau's trouble, you'll be the first one to see it if you are a member. That's how it's going to be. Okay, shalom.